Hey y'all, it's your girl Sia, and I'm back with another video. Y'all, there is so much going on, and I really thought that I would be able. It's hard because there are so many topics being talked about right now, right? That it's kind of a part of me feels like I don't need to speak on it because people are speaking on it, right? But I also want to ensure that I am, doing my due diligence and speaking up. I just feel like there's not enough women who support women. And the problem right now is you have a bunch of males, there are a bunch of men, okay, males, not really men. I mean, they're men, but males who have a very extreme ideology as to where they want to place women in society, right? And I was watching, like, I've been doing a lot of research, not really research. I just find it fascinating the way the male thinks, especially when a male has not evolved, because it's just like, how are you this? I don't mean to be rude, but there are a lot of like ignorant folks, right? Willfully ignorant people. A lot of people who choose not to see the truth for what it is. A lot of people who do not recognize that their ideologies are only going to hurt them further. It's not really making a difference in women's lives. Um, and you can't really reason with these men because they don't have the level of education to even understand what they're saying and what other people are saying, right? So we talk about how and I've said this time and time again, when where males uh apply their own definitions to words that are not actually the definition of words. And so a lot of males, what they'll do is they'll tell us that we should be able to read between the lines, but the problem is a lot of males use the wrong words to even describe what they feel or what they, what they mean to say, right? And so what it does for someone who has a level of intellect, it makes it very difficult to conversate with that individual, right? So I've kind of made it in my life. I will not tolerate any man with any sort of red pill ideologies at all. Okay. Red pill, black pill, I don't care what you call it. If you're I can spot a man who does not love himself and does not love women off the rip, right? So how you approach me, what you say to me, all of those things, I'm paying keen attention, because as a woman, I'm not wasting my time with bullshit. Okay. And I don't have to. It's that simple. Like, I think that a lot of men, actually, I can't even speak for men because I am not a male, right? But I will say this: as a woman, you should be unapologetically a woman. Okay. I'm not understanding this. Oh, well, I can, kind of talk to the man and try to see it from his point of view. Let me tell you, ladies, I've been there, done that. Okay. And as a woman who was once a pick me, who did everything that a man wanted me to do and still fucking lost, bro, I'm telling you now, you will lose more often than you will win. Okay, trying to follow behind these men and what they think they want and what they say they want, right? Because I'm gonna tell you now, what they want and what they say they want are two different things. Okay. I work with an individual, okay, that is a black male, okay, and has made me feel very uncomfortable in the workspace, okay? I work with white males all day long. Y'all know I've worked with Spanish males. I have never dealt with someone who does not understand how to read the room, right? As much as I've dealt with a black man. This is the first time I've worked with a black man in an all white setting. Okay, the very first time. And I'll tell you now, this male has overstepped his boundaries, or at least I wouldn't say that. I would say that the male is more focused on me than his actual fucking work, bro. Okay? It's annoying, it's frustrating. And as a black woman, I'm trying to, like, okay, you black, we the only black people here. But this male is making it very difficult for me to like want to be an ally. Like, that's how difficult it is to even work with this man. The reason being is obviously I'm very pretty. The man understands that, he sees that, and so naturally it's like I'm singled out. Of all the women there, it's me who's singled out. I don't date men that I work with. I refuse to date this man, right? I'm a woman. I have raised my value so high, right? That I don't see myself really being with a black man. Would my heart, I would say back in a few years ago, all I wanted to be was with a black male. But I'll tell you now, the way the black males have been moving these days, as a woman, I refuse to lower my value, right? To even entertain a black male, right? I will respect a black male, like in the sense that if you're talking to me, I'm gonna talk to you with respect. If you're hitting on me though, you're gonna be met with fucking like agitation, right? What I mean by that is a lot of men who hit on me, if you compliment me, I'll tell you thank you. But if you're asking me how my day went, all that, how are you? Hey, I will ignore you. That's usually who I am. Like, I'm not the girl that's going to be extra friendly and for you to read anything other than friendliness. Okay. But if you compliment me, I'll say thank you. If we're in the workspace, like I have to be cordial. So I'll still talk to you. But it's to the point now where I've had to go in and literally keep my head down and act like I'm super, super busy because the black male does not understand I'm not interested, right? So it's very interesting how black men think. And it's not just black men, it's white men, it's Spanish men, it's a lot of different men who think like this, right? But black males, I think, believe in misogyny more. Well, I can't even say that because white boys do too. I can't even say that. I just think that what I was taught is 99.9% of men are bad. So I'm just letting you know now. I ain't gonna be the lady that got because I've been there, done that, and I absolutely refuse to be in a situation where I'm not being respected, I'm not being valued, I'm not being appreciated. Like those things are non-negotiables for me. Okay. And I can feel when that's happening. I don't need a man to tell me I appreciate you. Your actions tell me if you appreciate me, right? Your actions tell me if you value me. So as a woman, I'm just not really here for the bullshit. And I damn sure ain't here for the games. And I am fucking proud to be a fucking woman, bro. And I am so disappointed in all of the women who would much rather choose a male than themselves. I said it. I don't give a damn who it offends. If you don't fucking like it, kick rocks, right? You know how to get out of my fucking life, okay? Now, I need to get ready in this process, so bear with me. I'm already fucking ready. Sorry, I'm cursing, y'all, but I'm serious. I'm passionate about this, okay? Now, with this no-fault divorce bullshit, okay? First of all, I'm a woman who believes that if I get married, I'm married for the rest of my life. Like, there is no divorce, right? I strongly believe in those things, right? I'm very traditional in the sense that I believe I have a lot of, I would say, similar morals and values, right? I believe in a lot of what the quote unquote red pill movement is trying to say, but how they're going about it and the things that they're saying. First of all, it's not a man to tell a woman how to be a fucking woman, bro. I don't value that. I don't respect that. I don't know where males thought they can get off on telling women how to be women, but they're fucking males with penises between their legs. Can't tell me how to be a woman because you've never been one, bro. So off the rip, right? I don't respect that. Okay. What I will say is this, as a woman, right? And knowing the risk that you are taking when you are with any male, because it's a risk. Okay. If I'm going to spend the rest of my life with you, I have to really like you. I've said that 10 times over, right? I don't really do well with people in my space that I don't like. I'm gonna let that sink in. Okay. So if you're not a likable person, if you don't have good morals and values, if you lack integrity, there is absolutely nothing you can offer me. Nothing. Okay. I'm letting you know now. So when I get married, if I get married, It's going to be for forever because that man has shown and proven to me that he is worthy of my hand in marriage. Do you understand? Okay. Now, with that being said, okay, the conversation of no fault divorces. First of all, I'm very disappointed in men, period. Okay, but it's no surprise, right? That the conversation is about minimizing women, right? Limiting women, right? Ensuring that women are put back into the 1930s, 40s, 50s, and even 60s, right? Getting rid of certain human rights, right? That's crazy to me. This is why I cannot support. I refuse to vote Republican. I will not vote because of the extreme ideologies. I'm not fucking doing it, bro. Okay. Now, with that being said, okay, I do not believe women deserve to live in a world like The Handmaid's Tale. And if you guys have not watched that TV show, you need to watch it. Okay. Because there's a reason why they give us these movies, these TV shows, right? And then slowly down the line, you start to see certain things play out. Okay. I'm not fucking with it. Okay. I don't believe in policing other people. I believe in policing myself. Right. Meaning that I don't believe in trying to control what other people do. I find that to be very, I don't know. I'm not the girl that cares to try to control somebody. I just never been that girl, right? I always recognize that I have full control over myself first and foremost. Okay. Hang on, y'all. Sorry, I was trying to get my coffee in so I can go in all ready. Got a huge workload, man. Y'all, I do it all from business taxes to fucking personal taxes to accounting to processing BOI forms to sales tax, like payroll, like, and I got to do all of these tasks in one day. It's not like I have to be able to jump from task to task and really be able to keep up. So I have been, energy is my thing lately. It's my friend. My dress looks cute. Okay. I did good. I did good. I did good. I look good too. All right. Sorry, y'all. I love the way I look. Okay. Now, the reason I brought up that black man in the beginning of the conversation is because one thing he told me, and I thought this was very interesting, and I want to talk about it, is he told me that, oh, I like women with no makeup. I think you look prettier without makeup. I'm going to tell y'all now, man, I don't give a damn what men think I look like, what they want me to look like. Like, as long as I'm waking up happy with myself every day, that's all that matters. Okay. So that's a red flag when men tell me that, and it was never asked, it was never provoked. I don't need to know that you prefer me without makeup. I personally don't give a fuck. I'm still going to wear my makeup and or not wear my makeup when I choose to. Okay. Now, this conversation of no fault divorces and getting rid of no fault divorces, the Republicans are fucking crazy, bro. But what I think is happening is it's white men, right? Because I think that plays a part in it, is their inability, they're the white race or whatever, right? They say they're a dying breed, okay? Meaning that white women aren't having as many children, stuff like that, right? And the men are all mad because they can't control the women anymore, okay? Typical man shit, right? Um, so I think it's a lot of white. I believe, and I will say this about black men too, because it all follows down. But I believe white men are the tip. They're like the beginning of this movement, or the very ones who want to usher it in. And black men, because of their ignorance and their lack of understanding and knowledge, they follow right behind it. Their unwillingness to grow, their unwillingness to evolve, right? Hang on, y'all. Y'all need to hear me brushing my teeth. Hang on. Sorry about that. So, as a woman, I will say this, right? Because I really think that the Republicans are speaking to their base. It is what it is. Their base is predominantly men, okay? And predominantly white men, but then you have your black men who have supported them, and some of us black women. Like, I'm definitely, when it comes to conservatism, right? I understand the ideology, and for the most part, I support it, okay? I do not support men trying to control me. Not with the uh, heinous acts that we've been seeing men commit. I don't know if you guys heard about this woman. Is it Yasmin or something? Anyway, this girl who was drugged, she was killed by a black man. Excuse me, unalived. My bad. I don't know YouTube's rules. One day I need to start studying them. But she was unalived by a black man who dragged her body in a body bag during the fucking daylight, bro, down the street, okay, in his little wheelchair and shit. Like, that's not funny. Okay, that's actually freaking crazy. And you hear stories about this all the time where men are constantly unaliving women. If they're not unaliving these women, they're verbally abusive, they are mentally and emotionally abusive, they are physically abusive, right? And you put women in the situation where you give them this rule where they can't, there's a such thing as these no fault divorces. That's just to control women, right? Men have a hard time with rejection. Men have a hard time with, women not choosing them and choosing the fucking bear over them. So to keep control of women, and certain women are only going to go for this because this ain't all women that are going to be okay with this. Um, it's a way to control women. It has nothing to do with society and or the direction that society is going in, because our biggest threat right now is men. It is what it is. Like, I see a man walking down the street, I'm hurrying to get away from him off rip, right? And that's just because of who men have showed us who they are. It's not, I will say this, I'm proud of black men or men in general who are actually speaking out against this. It's not a lot of them, but they are beginning to speak out. And I think part of that helps because these men who have this toxic thought process, they're speaking for all men. And so if men don't step up and start speaking out and saying, hey, no, this is not really what we support, you're going to continue to lose women in droves. And the only reason the conversations about women continue to occur is because men don't know how to control us, right? And the problem is, I'm not your fucking kid. I'm not there for you to control. But the evil in men, right, allows them to think that somehow because I'm a woman that they have control over me and dominance over me. And that's just not how my God is set up. You see what I'm saying? My God would never tell me to follow a man who don't got his shit together. You understand it? My God ain't never gonna tell me to follow a man that's gonna make me cry every day. My God, okay, let us just keep talking about it. Ain't gonna let me be with a man that doesn't know how to serve, right? Because if you want me to be in submission to you, you have to know how to serve, bro, right? So it ain't this I'm the boss and you're the child type dynamic. No, fuck that. I'm a grown ass woman. So the moment you try to put me in this fucking box, bro, me and you about to have some real problems. This is why relationships for me don't seem to work out, because I'm realizing a lot of the males I dated have a more of a red pill ideology. I'm not a woman that is here to be controlled, right? I'm not crazy. I don't be going out doing shit, to be honest. I come home, I may hang with family or, go do my thing in terms of like shopping and stuff like that. But I don't deal with, I'm not just a fast girl. Okay, I can be, but I'm not. Okay. I'm very pretty. So it may give the illusion like I'm fast, but I'm not. Okay. Um, so as a woman who knows that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do and I'm doing what God put me on this earth to do, there's not one man that's gonna come into my life and convince me otherwise. My happiness matters. Do you understand? So if I'm in a relationship with someone and they're doing everything to take away from my peace and my happiness and my joy, it just ain't gonna work, right? So with this no fault marriage conversation and them wanting to get rid of it, it puts me in a bad spot because if I can't, right, as a woman, if I can't, um, what's the word I'm looking for? If I'm not happy, right, and let's say I get married to some man, right, and he switches up, which they do often, right, and he starts being abusive and all these things. Verbal abuse can go undetected, right? Verbal abuse can be spun on a woman as if making the woman to seem like she's crazy, which means that in my experiences, right? I've known men to be emotional. I've also known men not to be emotional, right? But usually those are men of higher status, and they're oftentimes a little bit older, right? The males, well, I can't say that. I said often because y'all know I be dealing with emotional stuff from men older than me too by a lot. So, uh, most, okay. So, like my daddy, right? I know a few black men in their 50s that they have a sound mind, right? They understand what women are trying to say. They don't lead with their emotions, right? They are emotionally intelligent. Um, and let me tell you something. At my age, I know men say, well, you got to have the full package. And, you're a woman that wants, because men tell me all the time, I actually just tell me all the time, you need a man with the full package and making it seem like I'm the one with the problem. If you ain't the full package, homie, you the problem because I'm the full package. So as a woman, I just feel like I don't want to get married. If you're going to get rid of no fault divorces, I don't want to get married because I'm taught that my happiness matters. I'm going to keep saying this. And it does matter because when you see your paper come up, when you see your life evolve as a result of your peace and happiness, bro, you're not willing to sacrifice that. So if it ever came down to it, which I don't see that happening in a city like Denver, right? Or, California or whatever, only in your Republican states, right? And it's unfortunate because I be wanting to move to a Republican state, but um the Republicans are going ham with women's rights right now. And it's crazy, bro. It's just crazy how men concern themselves with the shenanigans of women. Like, it's crazy to me. Crazy. Because I'm weaker than you, bro. So why are you worried about me? At least that's how you treat me. So I don't know, y'all. But as a woman, I just see more and more women who value and love themselves just not getting married, right? Women are not going to continue to put themselves in situations where they can't get out of. Okay. If the conversation is about setting women backwards to where women now have to depend on men, I don't know. Like, I couldn't do it because men have shown me time and time again that they're not dependable, right? So I don't know what women are going to do as our rights continue to be taken away, as men continue to disregard the value of a woman, right? My thoughts are, I don't know, because the moment they try to put some limits on my everyday life, I'm out of, I can't live in the United States. I couldn't. I don't know. Like I said, as a woman, I think about that all the time. Like, if we was to go to a red pill ideology, would I want to stay alive? Like, I don't know. I don't support that shit. I don't support a man trying to control me. I don't believe that that was part of the Bible. Okay. So I feel like men keep doing themselves a disservice. Because all of these attempts are to get women to listen, The problem though is women are not, we're listening, we're hearing you guys, and we're acting on it. I don't think men understand that. That's why men have to get very clear as to what they want, right? And learn the definition of words to be able to properly articulate what it is that they're seeking. Because the problem is all they're doing is pushing women further and further away. And it's not that they're not into women. I know a lot of men will try to say, well, I'm a passport bro and all that. They're only doing that because they can't get a regular girl, because they don't have the fortitude to be able to, they don't have the skills to really know how to deal with someone, right? They barely know how to deal with themselves, let alone a woman, right? I always say, if he don't love himself, he can't possibly love me. And his actions demonstrate if he loves himself. I don't need to ask the man. He ain't gonna be honest anyway. I can just look at him and tell he don't love himself. I can figure out what he's into, right? And determine whether or not I believe he loves himself. So I just think that men are doing them. I mean, men can keep crying from the rooftops all they want to. They can keep trying to tell women what they think women should be and how women should be. That's cool. But your smart women are like, nah, fuck that. You're not a woman. You don't know my experiences from Adam and Eve, right? You don't know. You don't know. You just a man who doesn't have his way right now, so you're throwing a temper tantrum and you want to pretend you don't know what a woman is. You want to pretend to be a woman, right? I'm just saying, ain't got shit to do with me. That's a you problem, homie. Okay? So women are waking up to this. More and more women are choosing to remain single. I'm going to tell you now, for those women who think, oh, I got a man, right? Only some men will. I don't know that men ever add to a woman's value. Okay. I don't know that that's ever the case. Okay. What I will say is a lot of these men are bringing down these women's value. The woman who is the most valuable is the woman who loves and respects herself first and foremost. Period. And I don't care if you got all this money in the world. If you are disrespecting yourself to be with a man, you are not top tier, sweetheart. You're not. And men know this deep down. You're not fucking top tier, bro. There's a lot of women out here to be like, oh, I'm pretty, right? But I'm being abused in a relationship. I had multiple baby daddies. I've got all these things going on with these men, right? So I must be the shit. Not understanding that the types of men you lay down with have the power to destroy your entire life. So as women, we got to do better, bro. We got to start waking up to understanding that some of these laws ain't for us. And I don't care how bad you want a man, baby. You need to learn how to be by self. Be with self. Learn how to get your shit together. Learn how to raise your value and continue to increase your value, because that single woman with no kids is top tier. As long as she is doing what she's supposed to do in life, she is top tier, period, hands down. So we've got to do better, y'all. Women got to do better in recognizing that the way in which these men are thinking is very destructive. It's destructive not only to us, but to our children. The ideologies that they're trying to push right now are very destructive to women as a whole, okay? This is not about what men want as much as it is about control and dominance. It has nothing to do with what men want. Men don't even know what they want. They say one thing, but they do a whole other, okay? So women need to wake up, bro, because when they're talking about these no-fault divorces and getting rid of them, let me tell you, there's going to be a lot of women stuck in relationships and marriages that they don't want to be in, that they are unhappy in, that the male repeatedly neglects them in, right? Abuses them in. And abuse is not always something that can be detected, right? So we have to be mindful of these things. If something like that was to ever pass, I would never get married. Never. Never. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of women who support my ideology. So that's all I got to say, y'all. There's a lot of topics I want to speak on because there's a lot happening right now. Um, but I am in full support of women. I have no, like, I don't have no stake in a male's life. I don't, ugh, sorry. Um, I don't have no male children, right? I have a daughter and I'm a woman. So I'm a triple threat, right? I'm a woman that's never going to put a male before my child. I'm never going to put, as a matter of fact, I say I date y'all, but the reality of it is I'm so scared to date because if I'm pretty and I know how men are with me, I could only imagine how they are with my daughter. So I refuse to put myself in any situation that's going to compromise the innocence of my child. Do you understand? Because I will kill somebody. I will unalive somebody behind my baby. I think folks know this by now. So that's all I gotta say, y'all. Women need to wake up. Women need to stop pandering to men. Like, you need to learn how to be alone, bro. Okay. If you're in a marriage, this is the time to start really asking yourself if that's really what you want. Because if they pass this law and if they are successful, which they've been successful on other things, women will not be able to leave marriages that God has required them to leave. So when you sick and on your deathbed, you better pray that man is there for you. Okay? So I'm just saying, we got to think about future consequences. With that being said, y'all have a great day. I'm out. Peace.